Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm so glad that you had an opportunity to stop by my channel today. You had an opportunity to step on over to Keisha Lene's spot. Okay, I want to say thank you in advance. I want to tell you to subscribe. Let's get these things out the way now. Hit the subscribe button. If you like what I'm saying, hit the like button. And if you want to get more information and know when I'm going to put a next video up, then hit the notification button. And if you really like what I'm saying, share my video. Help me to get further along. Let somebody else get some of these good nuggets that I'm trying to put out there. And I'll be so glad to thank you. Thank you in advance. Yes, I will. So, I'm coming back to you today this week with another message to help motivate you, and I hope it'll help bring you to a place that you need to be. And my topic for today is called self-care. What does it look like? What does it look like to you? I know what it looks like to me. And I want to talk more about that. Self-care. What does it look like to you? Now I know we all have our versions of what self-care means and what do it mean to think about caring for oneself. And I'm going to tell you right now, it does not mean that you're selfish. It doesn't mean that you don't care for others. It just means that right now you want to take some time out to take care of yourself and your personal needs. Caring for oneself. Now, the concept of self care, I got my notes as always, but I'm going to try to ad lib some things and just let it just flow. Let it just come on out. Okay? So, the concept of self care started in the 70s, maybe longer than that, before that, but from what I've read, from what I've been learning, that it started in the 70s with the focus on caring for yourself by creating tools that will help you to be a better person, that will help you to move along a little bit better in this life. Um, they will self-care is promoted to help you when you are going through different things in your life. Not just for yourself, but even with other family members. It'll help you to be a little bit more stronger because you're stronger. Okay? Um, and I know that what I'm talking about seems that I'm segueing into a lot of the things that I've talked about before in previous videos. And I will make sure to leave the links below so that you can go back and take a look at those videos if you've never seen them before. Like I said, I'm brand new on YouTube platform here. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm glad for each and every one of you that stopped by my channel and checked me out. Thank you. I'm giving you a thumbs up now. Thank you for coming by. I hope that I'm exciting you to think about what can you do to make your life better for yourself. Okay? The next thing is I'm going to talk about tips to help you um from a doctor that I have been reading about. Her name is Dr. Jessica Michelson, and she is a clinical psychologist. She specializes in stress management, sex therapy, couples counseling, and she does a whole lot of other things. And I read something about how what she says are three good tips to helping you to get through and helping you to deal with self-care. One, learn to pay attention to your personal needs. I'm kind of like breaking it down a little bit so I don't have to go word for what I read in the article, but this is my take on what she said. To learn to pay attention to your personal needs. How do we do that? We figure out the things that we need to do to help us. What is our personal needs? We're so busy worrying about our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our children, our husbands. And in the process of that, we forget about ourselves. We're busy being very strong for others, and then we get torn down, we get tired, we get exhausted because we're trying to do too many things and we're not taking care of ourselves like we should. So once you start learning to pay attention to what your personal needs are, you will be able to figure out how to activate self-care for yourself. And I'm going to get into that on how we can activate some tips for self-care, what it looks like. Okay. And then at some point, you'll be able to write a list down for yourself of what you think self-care can be for you. Number two tip is to take action. Small steps. We just talked about that. And the small steps that we can talk about taking will be the tips that I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay. Number three, reflect on what self-care is to you. Once you begin to learn about what self-care is to you and how it's going to affect your life and how you're going to pay attention to your personal needs, you'll be able to answer that third tip. You'll be able to walk into that third tip. Why? Because you figured it out. You figured out what self-care is to you. Now let's go into the tips that I found out on how to do self-care in your life, how it can look. Number one, go for a walk. When you're going for a walk, you're activating your breathing. And we talked about that in a previous video about the 5 tips to become stress-free. You're activating breathing. You're taking in fresh air. You're outside with the elements. And you're just enjoying nature. Very calm, very cool. This is something that can activate self-care for you. You're just taking a moment to relax in what you can see, what you can feel outside with nature, right? Number two tip, I said this before, relaxation. Relax with a nice hot cup of tea. And I know that I'm talking about tea a lot, and I will be coming to you very soon with a video about the different teas and how they are beneficial to your body and what they can do for your body, how they're health-wise, and tea just tastes plain good, whether you put honey in it or sugar. But this video is not about tea. But I just wanted to mention that tea is a relaxing drink that you can have to keep you calm and keep you just in a place of peace. Tip number 3, lighting a candle. We know that lighting a candle is also very calming. Candle scents have aromatic feelings. They make the atmosphere be very, very nice and calm for you. And there are many different scents out there that you can get that can put you into different places of, or I'm going to say different headspaces of peace. Give yourself time to calm down and think about your life, think about the things that you want to do. And that's one of the tips. Now, there are consequences to not looking at self-care, not doing self-care for your life. One of the consequences of not activating self-care in your life is helplessness, hopelessness. Okay? Not feeling like you can do anything, getting distressed, being mentally and physically exhausted, right? Because some things in life can make us be mentally exhausted. Some things in life can cause us to be physically exhausted. And when we become physically exhausted, it starts to mess with our health. It starts to mess with how our body is supposed to be in motion day to day. We become less motivated. Okay, less motivated to move to the next level, less motivated to get up in the morning, to make ourselves some breakfast, to get ready for work on time. We just don't have the energy because we're not doing the things we need to do to activate self-care in our lives. The third thing that I want to talk about is how when you're not doing self-care, as I said before, hopelessness, no motivation, then you bring it on anxiety and depression. There are so many, many more things that can come about when you're not taking the time to activate self-care in your life. You're not taking the time to think about how can I be a better person. I got to think about getting myself together before I can be concerned about the next man. Because if you don't take care of yourself, who will? Only you know what you need. Nobody else knows what you need. That's when we go back to where it says, learn to pay attention to your personal needs. If I'm a person that needs 6 hours of sleep, I need 30 minutes of quiet time when I'm coming home from work. I love you, but please give me 30 minutes to wind down. Then that's what I need. And I will hope that my family and my friends will respect that about me and let me get that moment. See, you have to create in your world some peace. You have to create in your world moments where you can have that me time. We talked about this in one of our videos, our Motivational Monday videos, about having me time, me movement, right? It was called the me movement, where we're doing things to get ourselves to the place we need to get to. And how what? Dreams demand hustle. So if we can go along with some of those things and just let all these different things that I have been talking about, they all go together. At the end of the day, it's all about meditation. It's all about motivation and inspiring ourselves to be better people, to be better human beings, to help the next person. Now, I will put some links down below to make sure you can go back and take a look at Dr. Jessica Michael's website, and also links below about self-care and what it means. And then you can go on and do your own personal research. Like I said, Google is very good for that. You can just go online and check out different websites that will tell you more about how to do self-care in your life. I also want to talk about how all right, like I was saying, I also want to talk about how um we are on a journey right now in our lives. Life is a journey. It depends on which way you want to go, how fast you want to go, who you want to go it with. If you want, it's okay if you want to do it alone. But while you're on this journey, think about the things that you need to think about that's going to help you to stay focused. That's going to help you to stay peace. That's going to help you to keep self-care in your life so that you'll be all right. So, I will be coming back to you very soon with another video. I hope you like what I said. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button and the notification button. And keep on keeping on. My suggestion, my advice to you today is the sky is the limit, which means there is no borders, which means there is nothing out there that can stop you from getting what you need and what you want out of life. Keep it moving. Keep heading up. Don't think about the saying, I try to go forward one step and get knocked back two steps. No, we want to go forward 2 and 3 steps. Because guess what? Even if you get knocked back 2 or 3 steps, failure is a part of the process. It's a part of the process. So just get up and start all over again. And let the next motion, the next movement that you do be the greatest one. Let the next step you take be the best step, the biggest step. So I just want to encourage you to activate self-care in your life. Think about the things that you need and do them for yourself. You're not being selfish. You're trying to live. And that's all I want you to do. So I will see you again. So long.